Okay, so where do I even begin with this nose ring story? Like, I don't even know. Okay, should I start from when I got it pierced to what just happened today? Because it's been a journey. It's been a journey with this nose ring that's no longer on my nose, that I know my mom and dad are happy to not see it there right now. But hold up, that part's coming back, okay? So let's just say I was in Montanita and the guy was like, piercing for $10, and I was like, snaps, you can't beat a $10 price. And it seemed legit because the day before that another friend went to go get her nose pierced, so I mean it seemed like it would have been fine. But let me tell you, that nose piercing was like one of the most painful things I've ever felt in my life. And honestly, the guy who did my nose, I'm pretty sure he effed up because when he tried inserting the back part of something, I don't know, to put the needle in, he was like, your nostrils are so small. And then he didn't put in the correct side, he put the opposite side, and he stuck the needle in, but the needle kind of slipped, and right in that moment his face was like, he knew he effed up too. And so he was like, sorry, there's someone out there and it's kind of weird because I am talking kind of loud. But anyways, so he pierced my nose and that pain was just horrible. I remember it and I told myself I would never do it again, and I'm just happy it got in. Well, originally I wanted a hoop, but I didn't want a hoop because that would be too noticeable, but any nose ring would kind of be noticeable, right? Dumb choice. Anyways, so he puts it through, you know, I bleed, my nose bleeds, I cry, super horrible and ugly. But then afterwards, everything was fine. Everything was fine. He didn't have a nose stud that I would want, so then he put this one nose ring, and apparently it's a tongue ring. Well, Jose, very good, very good. You got a nose ring, you got a tongue ring on your nose. Great job. Anyway, so I come back from this beach trip, Montanita, and I clean it. The top falls off. I'm like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, this is not gonna work. Every time I clean it, it's gonna fall, I'm gonna lose it, and my nose ring is gonna close up, and I just don't want to go through the same pain again. So here I am. It keeps falling off every time I clean it. I buy extra caps. That's for tongue rings, okay? It's not even for your nose. That's why in my last pictures and my last video, it looked really big, okay? That would explain why it's such a huge thing on my nose, and it kind of looked like a booger. I know some of y'all students were like, okay, that's kind of ugly, and I agree, it was kind of ugly, but I just had to put it on because I lost the other top, okay? Anyways, I go in today because I want a hoop ring, and the guy tells me it's not possible, no es posible. And I'm like, what do you mean? The guy who did my nose said it would have been fine, like I could switch it out from a stud to a hoop. And I'm like, okay. He's like, well, I can always take it out and put in a new one. And I'm just thinking, excuse me, I have to go through that pain again. Like, I'm just standing there thinking, do I want to just change into like an actual nose ring stud, or do I really want to get a hoop? And so he says you can come in a week, and I'm just thinking, I don't have that time and I don't want to go through the same pain again. And he's like, well, it's really up to you, but nose rings are not supposed to be like that, and that's for a tongue. And I'm like, so basically I'm screwed right now. I got a nose ring I got a tongue ring in my nose that's not supposed to be there. So the hole is extremely huge. I mean, it's closing up right now. He said wait a week. I could get it done Friday. Today is Saturday, but we'll see if I really want it again. And he said my nose ring should be up here more. So I took it off. I said, okay, I'll come back if I need to. And I asked him how much it was, and he said 15. That means 15. So I was like, okay, that's not bad. But when I'm thinking about it, the total of how much I've spent on a nose ring here, I could have actually done it in the US. But you know, when I'm in the moment, when I want to do something, I just kind of do it. And I don't know whether that's a good thing or bad thing. I mean, it's a bad thing at times. I mean, look what happened to my nose. I got a tongue ring in my nose. But then I took it out, and he said I could come back and do it for 15. He could put it in a hoop if I want. So we'll see if I go back to that. The nose ring was just kind of huge, and honestly, I just have to dig my boogers sometimes. That's not you. Everybody has to do it, and sometimes it just bugs me. But and it was just and also after that I wanted some kimbap, so I went to the Korean restaurant to go get some kimbap, but they ran out of ingredients. What is that? I wanted my kimbap at least if I wasn't gonna get my hoop nose ring. But okay, I'm gonna go because I ain't got nothing left to say. Peace, y'all.